Hello, ARC family. Welcome to the ARC journey. Hey, at conference this year, we challenged all of our churches to lead 5 new people to Jesus, to help disciple them, or to help them join or enter into discipleship pathway in following after Jesus, being involved in a intentional community and being on mission, on Jesus's mission. And so my question to you is, how is that going? What I think is happening in a lot of our ministries is this challenge or this push or to get back everything to get back to normal. We're still trying to seek some kind of normalcy after COVID. And some of our churches, the numbers have gone up. Some they haven't. Some of the faithful people who had been in attendance for a long time haven't bounced back. And the question or the challenge is how do we reach new communities? How are we finding new people who or people that we haven't reached before who need to hear the good news of Jesus Christ? And I would like to share with you one of the things that one of our commissions is working on. Our church ministry commission, led by Mitch and Lee. Mitch and I have had multiple conversations about fresh expressions. And the Fresh Expressions movement is church focused on finding new ways and new opportunities to worship in different locations, in different ways, with unchurched people. And really, the question is what can we do to reach those people? How do we bring worship to them? And outside the building, outside of the sanctuary, one of the things that frustrates me, has always frustrated me, even way back when I was youth pastor, is this idea that we have sacred spaces, these sacred spaces that this is we pitch a tent on top of the mountain because that's where Jesus met with Moses, right? That's where the Elijah and Moses, the prophets, showed up and talked with. So let's pitch. And Jesus said, no, we're not going to do that. Because sacred things happen in space. And instead, we have sacred spaces and hoping that sacred things will happen there. But the reality is that Jesus always went to the people. He always went to where they were. And when he was there, sacred things happened. And so the question and the challenge is how do we continue to press into the community, to reach out into places that the church doesn't seem to have a presence, and bring them Jesus and help them to worship a magnificent, forgiving, loving, grace-giving, life-giving God? And that is, I think, that is one of our particularly hard challenges, is because as pastors, we're trying to lead people into an understanding like this, and it feels like we're just pushing the ball all on our own uphill all the time. Would you benefit from us having an opportunity to bring our people, bring our leaders, for you and your leaders to come to hear about what Fresh Expressions is, how it makes a difference, and how to do it? So what it is, why we need to do it, what can happen with it, and then how do we actually make this happen? And I think if we actually were able to have some of these conversations with you and your leaders together, I think there's no end to what God can be doing in and through you in your community. So I would like, give me or Mitch some feedback. Let them know, is this something you would be interested in? Could you Could you invest in bringing your leaders? Would we need to bring them to you? How far would you be willing to travel to make this happen? We're committed to resourcing you. That's what we want to do. We want to help you be able to do this. And so we need your feedback. We would like to know, what can we do to help you break down those barriers, to get to help you energize your folks to be able to do this in the communities where they live, where they work, and where they play, and where they learn. So give us some. Send me an email, give me a phone call, call Mitch. He would love to hear this. This is an ongoing conversation, and our biggest, I'll tell you, our biggest concern is that I don't want to do this if nobody is interested in going on the journey. So we'd love to go on the journey with you, or help you provide the resources for you to take your people on a journey. And if it's not this, tell us what it is and what we can do to help resource you and your people to serve where they live, work, play, and learn. That's it for today. And we will talk to you next week. Have a great week. And bye-bye.